Okay, so I'm going to be playing a custom match, and I'm going to be using these units. They're mostly medics. There's 2 medics and a Psy Guardian. The Psy Guardian is sort of the flag bearer of this organization, but basically they all have medkits. This one's also got a mind shield, and they all have the same equipment, which is a skelly suit and a light plasma rifle. This gives you 3 really good, very mobile units, and allows you to hit hard. Basically, if you find an enemy Psy unit, you Psy Inspire everyone, or if you can't, you just Psy Inspire yourself, and then you try to Mind Freight next turn, and you get everyone out of vision. And because of their huge range, they're usually quite easy. And that's just where the power of this build comes from, their huge mobility. So, I'll see you in a bit. So, this match was kind of interesting. This was me showing how the build is kind of bad. It has weaknesses. Don't just go in here and expect to win every match. It has a bunch of weaknesses, mostly by the fact that it doesn't do anything real special. It doesn't have a lot of units. So, what makes this good is it's sort of like good smoke jumpers, but half the size. You basically want to use it to clip off the sides of the enemy. Now, that was a super soldier, obviously. I'm kind of saddened to say that how this build is bad is done against a super soldier build. It's obviously not that great if it can't deal with a super soldier that well. Now, those 2 soldiers right there, the reason I put them right there is because those 2 spots, if he goes on the corner of the bar, you won't be able to see them. They don't stick out from the wall, they just stay there. I'm opening that just to see. I don't see anyone. I just kind of wanted to see how the vision worked at that right spot. So, what was that? I hear him move. There's not much happening. It's like, I think he was considering, should I move or should I just sit here? Hunker down. Overwatch. It took him too long to figure out. So, at this point, I was confused. I didn't realize that this is my Psy Guardian, and this is pretty much what led my whole thing to going astray. So, it's a Psy Warrior. He's got that tactical sense. He's got a mind shield. Then I just wanted to take a look at what his armor was. It looked like Psy armor. So, he couldn't get to the roof, so I just put him there. What ends up getting... Like, this whole time, I was just like, oh crap, did I just overwatch my Psy Guardian? I wanted to Psy Inspire my Psy Guardian so that I could Mind Fray him and hopefully not have to worry. And this is what sort of made the match weird. He put him in a position where I couldn't press up against him. He's a Psy Warrior. He has combat sense or whatever the hell, close combat. And that means people who walk up to him get shot. Now, he's got a plasma, I believe, and he just ran and gun, so first one missed, was like, thank God, but critical hit on the second. And so see, if they're able to clip some of your units off first, it dramatically weakens you if you're not able to return the favor the same turn. So I have to put the pressure on, but I need my Science Spire. So I realize I gotta hold off. I actually thought that guy that was dead was my Psi unit. So grapple up, get away from him. I don't need to get mind controlled or anything. I should have just kept him off from the ledge. I put him there thinking, because it's in the alcove, it's harder to get to see into that alcove, but it ended up not mattering. So Science Spire is great, but it's not foolproof. It doesn't stop your units from getting mind controlled, especially when they have a mind shield and a psi armor. That is a huge bonus to the psi abilities, but it's also a huge waste of points on his part. Psi armor doesn't... It's not as effective as mind shield, yet costs like 30 times more. There's no reason to do it. See, so he runs away. I think he wanted to use his tactical sense, or post-combat sense, CCS. It's been a while since I saw a word, even though it's one of my favorite units. And so I have to go over there and heal him. Since he ran away, I basically have to take my stuff back. So I thought I would be free from vision then, that he wouldn't be able to see outside from where he was, because he was, back up against the wall. But then close combat specialist, I finally remembered, it doesn't actually care about movement inside the radius. It will just activate if you're inside that radius. Now, it's also very buggy, which is another problem. So, it triggered again, and this is what surprised me. I did studies of close combat specialist. It should attach to a unit, and it shouldn't try to react on anyone until that unit is dead. So I mind Frey, and I get it through, which is going to dramatically weaken him psionically. So we're all Psi-inspired, he's mind frayed. It's good for us, except for that one unit. And see, what ended up happening was pretty much I'm an idiot for thinking that this was going to be a good idea. Like, his mind fray failed, and so I thought I would be able to possibly, because I didn't want to get any CCS reactions, so, like, I'm going for there, but then go telekinetic field. Then even if he pushes up, all of his shots should be horrible. So I TK field. Now I gotta get the rest of them up on him, but I know it should react to my other units. So I place him there, try to heal up, trying to press my advantage. I should have really gone on the opposite door. That way I would have stayed out of vision. Trying to reset all my abilities. He's mind frayed, he's down, I'm healing back up. This is generally what happens when things go bad. You want to try to reset your units. And he gets a mind control off. I think the science wire wore off, and so I gotta press him hard. But I don't know if CCS is gonna work. Thank God it doesn't. I am guessing attached to now controlled unit, but that means it's probably attached to that. And 55, I really don't want to do it, but I'm pretty sure I die, because that's a huge high percentage to get off. So 72, 6 damage. I'm like, but then I get minimum damage, and he survived by 1 point. I would have won if it weren't for that. If I had gotten average 5 or 6, or even gotten a crit, dead. And so he's trying to figure out what to do. He basically decides, run away. Just get the hell out of there. Goes through both doors. He's in that room, I believe. In that little corner next to the door. So I was wondering what he was going to do here. Like, I made a bunch of mistakes in here. So he goes in and he's trying to, like, figure out what to do. For whatever reason, he still goes for the one not flanked. So I don't understand what happened there. I think he was trying to block me from running outside. That's the only thing I can think of putting the unit there. So, run as far away as I can. That's what you gotta do. I have to wait out the mind control, get all my units back up. That's what makes this so good, is when something goes wrong, you retreat, recover, and then come back. You can do it a lot of times. You just gotta make sure you don't die. And so in the next few turns, I actually made a mistake, and I just realized that this is actually a pretty cool idea to do. If they get your unit down, you can retreat away as a dash. Then next turn, if they're also pulling back for whatever reason, step forward halfway on that guy and throw a smoke. Next turn, run up and medic him. The smoke will still be there by then. He'll have 1 turn left. It's just enough time. So he won't be able to get flanked. He'll sort of be in high cover. And I wish I realized that, but I was sort of in panic mode, wondering what the hell he was doing. He's taking a long time to figure out his turns when he's only got 2 units. So he retreated away. I don't really understand why. Like, you'd think he would have used my medic to heal his Psy Warrior, but he didn't. And so I made a mistake. I dashed all the way back up, but if I just revived him, I thought probably they'd just shoot him back down. And so I was trying to bide my time. So if I had put a smoke there, I could probably have revived him in time. So I believe he moved my guy to the edge, saw no one was there, so he moved back. Forever later. Now he's on his Psy Warrior, which is inside on that corner. Runs him away. I don't really know where. But this is another mistake I made. I thought, oh, maybe I have enough time. But I was like, wait, it just went to 1 turn left. So that wasn't gonna work. And I realized I had my other guy. So I was like, okay, chance. You only get one move. I didn't want him to follow up with something and just kill him, so I popped smoke on myself. So this is where it gets weird. Like, I don't know what he was trying to do. Or didn't think about doing. I was trying to tell him about my idea that it came up with. And the fact that my guy's now dead. Because I couldn't heal him. He moves up. Still got 1 HP. So he hasn't got the heal. No. He panics him. And he runs around, takes cover. Loses vision. I was planning on, like, now just trying to rush him, but then he leaves. He gave up. That is not a disconnect. He just went to the main menu and tried to play another match with someone else. Now this is another match of me playing slightly better. I'm still disappointed. I didn't win. I mean, I didn't lose a single match until I started to try to record. Now I'd be like, oh, yeah, it's not really nice not showing us your losses. Well, I can't explain how this works if I get like bum rushed by a bunch of assaults and killed instantly. So, you know. Like I said, you have to do the trimming first. You have to trim their ranks. If they jump out with a bunch of stimmed guys, or you're facing 6 smoke jumpers, and they surround you, you can't really do much. So, you could easily hear he moved up a sectoid, and then there's just silence. Forever. That screams to me chrysalid or flying units. And I'm like, probably not chrysalids, but I've seen a few of them recently, so it was on my mind. So, this time, I make sure it's not my Psy Guardian. And I move up, get a look. And look, there's a little guy that's not so little. In fact, he's pretty dangerous. And so I really didn't want to step out of cover to try to kill this guy before I knew what else he had. In fact, that probably made me want to. So I decided, let's try inside. If I could get a mind fray on him, I could kill him. But I don't have any vision. So the thing is, you want to use your Psy Guardian as sort of this ability to just do damage through cover. You can use this to trim off sectoids if you want. I usually don't try to hide the Psy Guardian as much as I try to hide other Psy units. I'll just use my Mind Fray if I have a chance to damage a unit. Because all you can do is Mind Fray. It's not like a big, you know, if they know you have a Psy Guardian. You can TK field and stuff, but that's it. So, he moves the sectoid, and I have no idea where. Because all the windows are closed, and everything. So he's not inside. It sounded like he went towards inside, so I think maybe a glitch happened, and the glass didn't break. This happens occasionally. It's just one of the problems of the game engine and its poor multiplayer running capabilities. So I'm trying to figure out where he is. check inside just in case, checking if he ran away. And I can actually see that. I can actually see where he is now, because that's where he was when I later killed him, so I didn't even move him from there. And I'm like an idiot. He's up against the window. Just in front of the window. So, still, it's probably best that I realize this. Look, I try to go to the roof. I can't. Someone's blocking the roof. I'm gonna take it out, whatever it is. It's a cyber disc. I don't care. I'm gonna do as much damage as I can right to its face. So I try to grapple up and spread out my grapples so that at best he can alien grenade 2 of us. So I'm running out of time. I get that shot off and it kills him. That is like 6,500 down the drain. Probably like 5,500 down the drain. Cyber discs are great and all, just not for the price. Like, they upped it to 5,500 because back in the day, people would run double cyber discs all over, and you would even be able to fit a drone in. But the problem is they don't synergize well, and so having only one, you can't really make a team that helps the cyber disc. You can't have a cyber disc as your main unit, and yet it costs this gigantic amount of cash. So that's probably what he was going for with this sectoid. And so he's taking forever to do his turn. He's trying to do something with the sectoid, I think. Figure out what he can do, what his options are. But he just throws an alien grenade. While I'm sad about that, it really doesn't stop anything, because I was considering taking out the floater, but when push came to shove, floater didn't matter. The aliens what mattered. And so this time I actually realized where it is. And I'm like, oh, there he is, a little bastard. So I'm going to take a shot off. If I hit with this, then I was going to finish him off by pushing my other unit right up next to him. If I had missed, I was going to take out the floater because it just wouldn't have ended well. Probably that wouldn't have helped either. Probably should have, even if I missed, still tried to kill him. So, with his last unit as a floater, there's not much I can even do during his turn. I can't try to listen or anything. But, he ends his turn pretty soon, so I'm fine with that. I want to do what I do best with this build, and that's heal up and prepare for the next attack. Like, even if it's just one unit yet, you don't want to misjudge. Anyone can win with any amount of units left if you're an idiot. So you should always prepare for the next step. Don't just run your units out, unless you're doing smoke jumpers anyway. Always prepare for the next step, even if that step seems trivial. And then, you know, we've got the mystery music back in, like, oh, I wonder where the unit went. Oh, we've lost contact, sir. I didn't want him to walk outside. I wanted him to be at the corner, but when I saw no one was there, I just reloaded. That's what I did with I was contemplating moving outside too, but I just sort of like when the map gets blown up to crap, and you've got all these like new places you can place your units. So like you can move into that little crook back there. You can move in behind this table now, because the table that's there is gone now. So I don't know what he's thinking, because he didn't really, like, he didn't move his unit really far. He's just there. So he was, like, I don't know why he didn't just leave or try to do a frontal assault. It was kind of weird. But yeah, this is why medics are great.